Grana Weep Nitty Bong, and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel we're dipping back into the legendary scale and taking a look at the new age legendary hero Cyclopse, which is their take on Shockwave. As we always do on this channel, let's kick things off by taking a look at the box. And the box, as always from Newage, let's be fair, is absolutely on point. Lovely window here where the product was displayed when we first got him. Nice Decepticon old school Transformers logo here for the legendary heroes. Then just classic Shockwave picture here. G1 screaming out of this box. Newage, the 35EX at the bottom, and then we have Military Operations Cyclops at the side. We can see that he is the kind of shiny type one. That's the one I've gone for, the one with the more metallic finish. Then we have the gun here at the bottom on its little stand, and then we also have, you can see that this has a light inside it as well, which is pretty dope. And then at the back we get another nice product shot. Warning, don't eat your children because they have small parts. And then we have the box art by Bird, by a bird. And then at the top here we have another classic drawing of legendary heroes Cyclops. Very cool, very nice. Destructions on this one, absolutely perfect. This is actually a very simple transformation for this one. It's in the worksheet format that I absolutely love. Tells you how to stick in the batteries. The batteries you'll need for this are a CR927. Dear Transformers third-party people, please align on batteries. I have all the batteries in the world now. Now let's take a look at the main event himself, and this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, some people don't like Shockwave's alt mode, this kind of space laser. I love it. I actually really like Shockwave's alt mode. Always have. I think I had a KO one back in the day, but this is the second one in my new collection since I've been recollecting again, and I'm just loving what Newage are doing. They're getting the transformations just absolutely right on these, and you can see that they even give you this black pipe. I know I didn't have it on at the beginning, I've just attached it now. So this black pipe, it's a nice rubber piping that just goes through there. The size of this is just perfect, and it's just very nice. That there's not as much metal in this. I don't think there's actually any metal in this one. Some of the Newage figures do have that kind of metal on it, the die cast. I don't think there's the die cast here. I think there's the die cast here in the back, but there's no die cast in the feet or anything like that. But look at it. It is absolutely classic. You've got the really nice translucent purple at the front here with the kind of grey-ish. I wish this was a little bit metallic, but it does go inside here, so I guess it would have got scuffed up to all hell. It comes on this beautiful stand, because of course you need a stand. You get a couple of ports on this stand, so you can take it out. You can stick it in there on that port, and then that's about it. You got two little stands for the port, and I think it's really cool. It's a nice piece to have up. You've got the translucent viewfinder here, giving it that classic look as well. The only thing I don't like with this is just that this bit here to help it sit on the stand has to sit inside here. So if I just undo the feet here, you'll see that if I remove this, holds together extremely well. So you just separate it, and then you take this piece out, because this is what keeps everything together. And when you close it back up, you'll see you just get left with this big hole. And I'm not a fan. I wish there was like a bit of a filler flap or something on that. While we've got it off the stand though, let's we'll pop this back in. I can show you how this goes in, so you can see that this section here, this nice translucent piece, sits just up in there. So you can see that we have that section there and that section there, and then you just collapse these back in on themselves, and then you just close it off. So there you go. So let's say you can put it back in. While we've got it off, let's look a little bit more at some of the detail. You can see the way it shimmers and shines in the light here awesomely. The shape of the handle is fantastic, and then you can just see exactly how the transformation works. Everything is hidden, everything is cool, gorgeous. It's just Shockwave. It's the G1 Perfect miniaturized Shockwave that you've always wanted, and this one does come with a little light. So to do that, you need to just take this out, and then you've got a very, very tiny little micro switch there that you'll just turn on. I don't know if my nails are long enough to do it at the moment. No. Yeah, no. There we go. And there we go. Close everything back up. Can be a little fiddly. And you can see now that we have the light. If I turn my lights off here, you can see kind of how bright it is in real time. So with my lights off, you can see it's quite a bright light. The only thing I don't like, again, on this is that it's set a little off to the side. I wish it was in the middle. I mean, it looks better actually through the camera than it does in real time. But the fact they've took the time to put a little light on it is pretty cool. You know, you put it back on its its stand, and there it is, with its light looking cool. To actually change the battery, or to put the battery in for the first time, you need to just undo this section here. Let's just turn it off for now. There we go. Oh, no, it hasn't gone off. This switch is real small. There we go. Then you got a little hole here, so you can see there's a hole there. What you'll need to do is just get something thin, poke it through to push out that segment there, and then the battery just goes in the front. You just unscrew that, and then you attach the battery in through there. Once you've done that, put this back into position, just clips back in. Nice and easy, nice and snug. You just close everything back up, like so. I like the way that the battery is easy to get to in this mode, because sometimes the battery is in all kinds of places and you've got to part deformation, part de-transform it to get to, so that's a real win here as well for the Newage team. Do some comparisons now, and we'll start off with Newage's Herbie, and we can see there's a real size difference obviously between this one and Herbie, and we can also bring out Newage's Galvatron or Darius, and we can see the differences between the two here. They do look very, very nice together though. Awesome. Okay, so transformation time, and the first thing we're going to do is we are going to just remove this, and then we'll just take the pipe off, I guess, from here, just to make sure that nothing gets overstretched during the transformation. The next thing we're going to do is undo the legs down at the bottom here. These hold together very well once, there we go, get the nail in there. Once this just gets in, oh, there we go. Can't say that these hold very loosely together. That's one good thing about this figure as well. Then the next piece is to come around the back and up and put up these flaps. Once those flaps are up, you can move this whole section up, twizzle this around, and then you've got these sections all kind of out and loose. Turning it round, splay these out like so. The legs you can separate at the bottom, and then pull the legs down and pull the legs down, and you've got the leg that you can just swivel around and then attaches in, just clips in on itself, and the same on the other side. just clips in on itself. You get the legs pretty much all transformed there. Rather snazzy, rather nice. Next we're going to come to the top, and as we've already done a couple of times, just undo this section here and untap the arms to just bring down and bring them down there. So this bit here, fold it in and fold this section in, and then you can swing the whole mechanism around and you can see his head there, and then you can just fold this into the back, and this kind of concertinas in to make a very, very nice backpack there. And then this section goes up and this section goes up, and these just tab in and tab into Shockwave's back, and then this just goes in to the shoulder side here. Now you can see why I kind of took this pipe off, just because it probably would have just got in the way. It does go back on, I promise you. I don't know how strong this is going to be after you transform it a few times. Doesn't feel too bad, but it is made of rubber, so it could just perish, I guess. Now let's take a look at the main event himself, and I have to say this is another absolute win from Newage. This is everything I would want from a legend class Shockwave. It has super articulation, light piping, lights, accessories, stands, everything. I mean, look at him. He's such a super shiny purple here. He looks absolutely gorgeous. He does have a bit of a backpack, but I'm okay with the backpack. I'm actually alright with it. I don't think there's too much of a problem with the amount of backpack on this dude. His head sculpt is Shockwave. It is Shockwave. We get some very, very nice light piping at the back. You can't fully see it, unfortunately. I wish also there had been a light in his eye, similar to what we got with the Lemon Tree take on Shockwave. That would have been nice, but he does have a light in his chest, and we'll go to that in a second. The metallic purple is metallic purple, shiny, very nice translucent as we go through here, and also a nice touch with the translucent kind of arm cannon here as well. The nice black piping going around the side, and then as we move down the legs, lots of really nice detailing. It's not just smooth on the inside. They have really done a great job at making sure there's no gaps, nothing. I think actually from a gaps and an ultimate point of view on both of them, I actually think this is better than the way they did the Darius figure. I just think that this is such a top notch figure. Now let's have a look at the transformation here. Like I said, no real die cast. I was actually wrong. This isn't die cast, so there's no die cast in this figure that I can see at all. The head sculpt here does give you a full 360 range of motion, and you get a little bit up and you'll get a little bit down. Only a little bit. The arm will do a full 360, and you'll get a nice arm and some arm twist, and you'll also get some hand articulation here as well. At the abs, you'll get a full 360 at the abs, and you also get ab crunch as well, which is really nice. Newage absolutely killing it. If you move the flaps out to the side on this one, you'll get a really nice range of motion here from the legs. You do have to move these skirts out, but you will get all the range of motion that you want. Just put the hip skirts down as you want. Can he ninja kick with this backpack, with everything else? And he does have some pretty thin feet. I don't think he's going to be able to. I didn't think he'd be able to, but I will say I've transformed this a couple of times, and all of the joints are still very stiff, so I won't have to resort to any kind of kiki like I did with my Darius. So really great. Probably the most solid, best figure that I've picked up from Newage to date. Accessories, accessories. This dude has got accessories, and he comes with a little tiny miniature version of himself, which is pretty cool. Not that painted up, not that detailed. Could have done with maybe some little splash of purple in there, but nice. It's a nice touch. Harken back to that part in G1 when he is holding himself, playing with himself, if you will. But he looks great with that gun. Look at that. Super, super cool. He also comes with, in this mode, we'll take this off. He also comes with a more kind of karate chop action hand. If you wish to have a karate chop action hand for him, you can. Yeah, I'm not as impressed with that. To turn the light on in the chest in this mode, they haven't been quite as easy with this one. You have to untab, fold all of this out, and fold this piece out as well, and then you can actually get to the back here. As long as you've got something long, you can do it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to take the whole of this piece out. I'm gonna try and do it with something long. When I say micro switch, I mean it is a micro switch. It's very, very, very small, this switch on this, but I have managed to do it, which is cool. Shut that back in, and this, it. Alright, and then you can kind of see that there's a light on, so you can really see that light on now in the chest, and it's cool. Like I say, I really do wish that it kind of went to his head and to his arm somehow, but I guess we can get the reflective light to kind of shine through that there. But yeah, pretty cool. I'm a big fan. Final accessory then that this dude comes with is this awesome stand, as we know, but he also comes with this awesome attachment, which means that you can maneuver this around and you can have him as you wish on this. He's got a little port on his back there for you to insert this, so that you can then have him kind of flying around as you want, ready to blast people at will. This is one of the better stands. I'm not quite sure all the weights that this would be able to take, but this is also a fantastic stand. Very, very poseable. So now time for the comparison, and we'll bring out Newage's Herbie here, and we can see that he towers over Herbie. He is far, far bigger than Herbie. If we bring out Darius as well, we can see he's actually a little shorter than Darius. Darius is a little bit bigger than him. Obviously, this is the overweight, planetarily challenged version of Darius here, looking super, super cool. But you can see how they all stack up together. Really nice. I'm not sure, from a G1 point of view, is he about the right height to Shockwave? I remember Bumblebee coming out of the lift on Cybertron and him being like proper tall and everything. But I think he might be a little smaller. I don't know, let me know down in the comments. So final thoughts on this dude, and would I recommend you pick him up? Hell yeah. This guy is absolutely awesome. If you are looking for a legend class Shockwave, I doubt very much there is a better legend scale Shockwave on the market, and I'd probably go so far as to say you'd be pretty pushed to find a better Shockwave on the market that's a G1 styling. I love it. I adore this figure. I think it's fantastic. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!